Hi, I'm Teresa with the Box Springs Library, and welcome back to Make It Monday. Today we're going to make this cute little face pot. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay guys, so we're going to start making our pot. It is a cute little head pot or a face pot. I don't know what you want to really call it. There's really not a good name for it. It's a decorative pot, okay? You're going to need a pack of rollers. I got these at the dollar store. They come 8 per pack. You shouldn't need more than 1 pack, but if you want it to go all the way around, you may want a couple of these, okay? You're going to need a terracotta pot, any kind. You can also use a plastic pot. Just keep in mind you will need to sand the pot of a plastic pot first to make sure that your paint sticks, okay? You're going to need some sponge brushes. Alright. You're going to need a pair of glasses, whatever glasses that you like. I like these because they had little rhinestones on them. It doesn't matter the magnification because nobody's going to wear them, okay? You will need a wooden bead if you have it. If you don't, I just have a pom-pom that is flesh colored. Whatever color skin that you have or that you're giving the pot to, you may want a pom-pom that color or a wooden bead so you can glue it there. Of course, you're going to need your glue gun and glue sticks. We're going to need some yarn. So I got gray because I wanted my lady to have gray hair, so I'm doing gray. You can do brown, you can do black, blonde, whatever you want. And then I wanted her to really flare it up, so I have some fake lashes. You don't have to use these. That's just an option. And lastly, you're going to need whatever paint you're going to use for the project. The acrylic paint, this is just Walmart acrylic paint. If they don't have the color that you're looking for as far as the skin color, because like this one's ivory and it was really too bright, too blonde, I added a little pink to mine and got the peachy color that you have here. So that's just whatever color of flesh that you want your pot to be, okay? And then you'll need whatever color. You can use a magic marker or you can use some more paint for the lips and for the eyebrows, okay? And then lastly, if you use a magic marker, you can draw the eyes or you can use Google eyes if you want to get some bigger Google eyes and use that, okay? But you're going to start off with your pot, and the first thing you're going to do is paint it. So I've already done 1 layer here. It's just that peach color, and you're going to just make your paint as uniform as possible. Try not to get too many streaks in it because again you want this to appear like a person. So if you've done 1 coat, which I have, you can go back and add another by basically speckling, but this is where you just dab it at it. The reason why you're doing it is because you don't want the streaks that brushing down would cause. So we're just going to do this all over, let it dry, and then we'll be back. Well, sorry, not all over, only on the front part, like the front half or the front 3/4, because that's where your face is, and that's where on this side the rollers are going to be, so you don't nearly have to do it all over. So just FYI. Once you've speckled, I go back with my brush, my sponge brush flat, and pat it against there. That way it breaks down all those bubbles, so you're not going to get that bubbly effect on your pot. Okay, so while we wait for this to dry, we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to put the yarn around our rollers, okay? So you're going to make it as full or as loose as you want. Whenever you're doing this, don't pull it so tight like you were. Don't think it's your hair. Whenever you're doing sponge rollers, if you remember, if you're that old to remember like I am, whenever you're doing this, then the tighter you get it, you know, the more curl you would get, but we don't necessarily want that. Okay, so we're gonna unhook it. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. And we're just gonna start here. And like I said, don't pull it so tight that you are making an indentation. That's not what you want. You just want these very loosely wrapped around here. Okay guys, so we're back. I have some that I've been wrapping. While we left off, we were getting started with wrapping. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Remember, they come 8 to a pack, so this is 2 packs. If you want to continue to wrap, you can. I'm going to stop at 10, and if we need more, we can make more, okay? So our pot is dry. It does not take long at all for the pot to dry. Pardon that. It doesn't take long at all for the pot to dry. We have just done an acrylic paint. Whatever color you want your face to be is what color you're going to paint it. Mine's an actual ivory with a little pink added, okay? So we're going to put our rollers to the side. Now, I went online and printed out the face that I want from Pinterest. I did get this from Pinterest. I don't remember who posted it. I do apologize. I just printed out to the size that it will fit on my pot, and I'm really focusing on the eyebrows. I don't want the eyebrows to go above the edge of my pot. So I'm trying to make sure that they stay within that range, and that's where I'm going to tape it, okay? Now, a little trick that I learned from going to the Pinterest conference, if you're not the best drawer, or artist, whatever you want to call it, which I'm not, a tip is to take a crayon and to take your paper, turn it over to the back, and draw or color just wildly, madly, all over where you want to transfer your image. So I want to transfer the lips because I'm not a very good artist again. So we're going to transfer our lips. We're also going to transfer the eyebrows, clearly because they're on fleek. And we're going to transfer the eyes, because I didn't have any Google eyes, so I'm just going to draw the eyes, okay? So, just randomly colored. There's no pattern or anything to that. I'm just flipping it over and making sure all the area that I need to be transferred is colored through, and I can't see any of that through the paper. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of Scotch tape just to hold it in place, and we're going to find the center of our paint, and we're going to place the picture there. And remember, we do not want the eyebrows above the lip of the pot, okay? And we're going to try to make her as centered as possible. That's about as centered as I'm going to get. Let me put a piece of tape right there. Alright, so then we take a pen, and then we're going to trace over all the parts that we want. So we're going to trace over the eyebrows, we're going to trace the eye, and we're going to trace the lips, okay? So give me a moment. Okay, and also what I did is I made a little X mark where the nose is, because I have this pom-pom that is flesh colored, or if you had a wooden bead, you're going to put that there, and I just need to know where that spot's at. So, alright. So let's move that, and then very gently take off your tape, because you don't want to pull too much of your paint off, okay? So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it very well. So that's what it looks like, and we're going to fix it from there, okay? So, and remember guys, you're just going to need the smallest amount of your paint, just some acrylic paint. I'm going to use red, black, white, and gray. Well, is it going to come out? There it goes. And a little bit of pink for the blush. So. Okay guys, whenever I say a little bit, it's really just a little bit. And actually I could use a lot less than that, but that's what came out. So, alright. So, with a very fine pointed brush, we are going to start in on the white. Okay? So we're going to paint around the white part of the eyes. And then you'll paint the white of the teeth. Now, if you have a chalk paint, that would work great as well, because the acrylic is kind of thin. But if you do put a couple coats on it, it should work out fine in your favor. Just be patient with it. And the good thing about acrylic is that it does dry fairly fast. And you also might want to have a permanent marker, a fine permanent marker, just because it'll give you that detail that you want, okay? And like I said, we will have to do a couple coats of this white. But we're going to start here first, because we know we have to have a couple of coats. That way we can come back to it. And the reason why I'm doing gray is because that's the color of the yarn that I have for her hair. So, you know, that bristle's a little too long. So I wanted her eyebrows to match the hair. If you want black or brown, you could do black or brown. If I was doing this for my mother, it would be purple, because yes, my mother does have purple hair. So that's one eyebrow. We're going to continue on with the next. Sorry guys, I can paint better if I'm looking, if it's looking at me. Sometimes I will have to turn it, but this part I just need it to be facing me. And like I was saying, the white dries so fast, it's almost all the way dry right now. So by the time we get done, it will be completely dry, and we can put on another coat. Alright, So next, we have finished the gray. So like I said, we're going to go back and put another coat on that white. Okay, so we've done 2 coats of the white and 1 coat of the gray. I don't think the gray is going to need another coat. The white may need a 3rd one, but we'll just wait and see how it does, okay? So next we're going to take the black and do the pupils of the eyes. Okay guys, so there's the pupils of the eyes. Get some red, now we're going to do the lips, okay? Alright, so that's our lips. Aren't they gorgeous? So, you can go get a permanent marker and go around the eyes. That makes it a lot cleaner if you want. I'm not going to particularly do that this time, but I do want to add a little beauty mark about right there. Alright, I've added a little beauty mark. I don't know if you can see it. And then we're going to get we got to add her rouge. So we get a brush, a fluffier brush, and we get a little pink on it, and then we're going to pat it out as much as possible because we just want to give it, and we're going to twist that brush as we're patting it in because we just want to give her little cheeks. Wanted to give her some eyeshadow, anything like that, that would be a great time to do that. Okay, so our hot glue gun is heated, and I'm going to take my pom-pom and we're going to put it in the middle where we made that little X mark, so that way it'll be her nose. And you want a fairly good amount because you do not want this pom-pom moving because it is going to support the glasses, okay? Her nose is on. She's looking cute. So I like her to be fancy. So I picked up a pair of fake eyelashes. And the thing about the fake eyelashes, because her eyes are so small, we do not need both eyelashes. We're only going to use one, okay? So we're going to remove one. You do not have to do this step. She's perfectly cute the way she is. I just wanted an extra flare, so I did pick up some brushes. And I'm actually going to cut them in half. Okay. And then I'm going to size it up to her eyes. And if I need to adjust, I will adjust. And the thing about these is that you can bend them. Now they do come with a little bit of adhesive on there. You could add glue if you wanted to. I think that come out so cute, don't they? Okay, so we are done with her face. Now we're going to glue the curlers onto the pot. So where her center of her face is, that's where we're going to glue the first one at, and then we're going to glue one on each side, and then we'll build the side down, okay? Okay, so that is the first one, and we're going to continue one on each side, and then from the side of that down each side, okay? So okay, so this is where we're at. We have the 3 rollers here. Now we're going to continue down the side, okay? Now when you're placing the side one on, you want to go a little bit on the inside so that way you can't see where the face and the pot ends, okay? Now the picture that I saw on Pinterest had 4 rollers on this side. My pot is not as tall as hers, so I'm going to stop at 3, okay? So it depends on the size of your pot, how tall it is. You may not only, excuse me, English, Teresa, you may only need 1 pack of rollers, so just keep that in mind. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side, okay? Okay, so now we're at that part. She looks so cute. Now, if you had a longer pot, on the one I saw on Pinterest, they did a necklace at the bottom. My pot is not long enough, so even if I was to put like ric-a-rac or something like that, it's right up on her lips. We're not giving any consideration to a neck or anything, so I really don't think I'm going to add anything to the bottom. I'm just going to leave it the way it is, okay? So all my hot glue spider webs. So the last thing we have is the glasses. Gotta turn it around, guys. Sorry. Okay. So that's with the glasses on. And she looking cute. So the thing about the glasses is they will stick out at the end. If you want, you can just break the earpiece off and glue them directly on the face. That is an option. So just keep that in mind, okay? So this is finished. Your face or head pot is finished. It'd be a perfect addition for Mother's Day. Just put a nice potted plant in here, and there you go. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Make It Monday. I hope you had fun decorating your pot. Remember to share your pot, your pictures of your creations in our comments. We love seeing your creations. And until next time, thanks. Bye.